Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, everyone, to the chat. Sorry if there's a bit of a noise here. I'm just fixing up my mic. It sounds a bit weird, but it's gone a bit loose. That sounds a bit weird when I say that. So let me fix it up. Hopefully it isn't making noise when I'm doing so. I think that should be good. Okay, I'll take off my intro, and we should be good. Let me actually stop that side, and God, there's a lot of stuff going on my computer at the moment. Okay, that's sweet. Awesome. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to the chat. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hopefully everyone's having a good day, whether it's in the morning like myself, or it's night like, I guess it's afternoon in America, in certain parts of America, but it's night time, I guess, for most people that would be watching. That's my prediction, at least. That's my theory, but we're not going to go into a theory breakdown in regards to that one. Welcome, hello everyone, hello In Tempo Plays, I think that says. Hello Minecraft Kid, welcome. Hello Daniel Remamara. I wasn't even going to bother with your last name to be completely honest, I'm sorry, but Remamara, I think it was. But yeah. So actually there's a decent amount of people in here straight away, which usually takes a bit to build up the thing. So thanks for the super chats quickly. We will actually, I'll read them first. So we got Baz Lammers with the 2.29 euro super chat. Thank you very much, Baz, or Bas, for that. Not sure if it's Baz or Bas, one of the two. Hopefully, but thank you. Thank you very much for that one. And then Sam with the $20 super chat. Thank you very much, Sam. Very generous. Pagey, as I've said before, you should be a Flash Rider. Crying emoji. Yes, I'm assuming that's coming from yesterday's video. I watched a review of the Flash season 4 so far, and I agree with many aspects you presented, especially revolving hours this season. Very good review, Pagey. Thank you very much for that, Sam. If anyone hasn't seen that video from yesterday, it'd be greatly appreciated if you could go check it out. I think I was expecting much more dislikes than I got. I can't believe it's on 1,000 likes, and it hasn't even reached 100 dislikes yet. I was expecting like a 80% like ratio, so that means like when it gets to 1,000, or when there's about 800 likes, there's about 200 dislikes. I was expecting about that. So the response to it is actually better than I was initially expecting. But yeah, into the general proceedings of the stream. And also, if you can hear it, hopefully you can't, there's a fan there. It's like gloomy as hell outside, but it's like 24 degrees, and it's only, what, 6:15 in the morning. It's extremely warm. Anyway, yeah, so if you can hear a fan, sorry, but I sort of need it, otherwise I'm going to pass out on the stream. Even though it'd be good for comedic effect, I'm sure people would find that a bit funny, and there'd be some memes coming from that, but you know, I need to keep myself sane while we sit here for the next hour or so. But yeah, general proceedings of the stream. Just keep the chat nice and civil. Just be nice to one each other. Don't try and be a smart ass or anything like that. Just try and keep the stream nice and pleasant for everyone involved. No spamming of emojis, no spamming of my name, all that good stuff. And yeah, and if you want to help out the channel, you can super chat, like Baz or Bas, might I say, is it Baz or Bas, one of the two, and also Sam did, by clicking, where is it? There's a little, dollar emblem down here, and you go send a super chat, and you can just drag up the amount you want, and you can go, whatever I just wrote there. Ooh, caps lock was on, that's different. Yeah, you can do that, and that your question will be 100% answered, or your comment will be 100% read out if it appears on stream. And if you can't super chat, you can click the link at the top of the description, which does say streamlabs.com/Pagey, which is another way to donate, because some countries and some devices can't super chat at this current time. And we actually have another thing to mention. I did mention in my video yesterday, I have started a Patreon. I'm not going to talk through it now. You can go check it by clicking, it's in the description down below. You can click that link and go look at the Patreon and decide whether you want to pledge and stuff like that. I'm not forcing you to, just have a look. I'm only going to have the Patreon around for a couple of months, because I think YouTube's implementing something in the next couple of months, which is basically trying to compete with Patreon. And I just like to keep everything YouTube-centric. I'm using Patreon as a means to provide more content and stuff for people that would want it. So go check out the rewards if you're interested. And yeah, the link will be, it's in the description, like if you scroll down a tiny bit, it should be there. But yeah, but Bas, thank you once again for the super chat, 21.99 euros. I'm not, like, all the 0.99s, I think someone was saying that they do it automatically, which is sort of strange. It wasn't there like a couple of weeks ago, but now it's started to peek its way in. But thank you very much for that, Bas. Very much appreciated, very generous. I'll get to questions in the comment section quickly. We just got to get through some of the super chats. Adam with a $1.99 super chat. Favorite historical figure that they have met on Legends. I did like Elvis, but is he like that big of a historical figure? He's more of like a pop culture figure instead of historical. I did like the interactions with Einstein. I thought they were funny. You know what? I'm wondering, like, there was rumors. I don't know if they're ever going to do it, but there was rumors that they were going to have like an episode with Jesus. But I don't think they like to get involved with religion too much. So I don't know if they'd test the waters with Jesus, especially on a show like Legends. You could imagine them doing something maybe a bit inappropriate that some people might conceive as inappropriate at least. So maybe it's good that they stuck away from that. I'm just trying to think off the top of my head. I'm trying to just think through back all of Legends and just trying to think like who was on that show. As I said, I did like Einstein. Julius Caesar, like he fit the character, but he was on there for like hardly any of the episode. I'm just gonna say Einstein because I really did like his involvement in that episode. So yeah, hopefully that answers your question, Adam. Araverse Addicted with a $3 super chat would just say, I agree with Sam. Great video I'm redoing from season 1. Yeah, I spent a bit of time on that video. I would prefer it if like the end product was better, but I was like in a rush to get it out because I promised it so long ago. So the preparation was there. I would have liked the editing on the video to be much better, but I really ran out of time, unfortunately. And I just need to get the video out as soon as possible because I was running out of time to get it up. I know Flash isn't back for another 2 weeks after this, but there's other stuff that I needed to put into the video. Is the stream? It's not lagging for me. If it is lagging, refresh. That's usually the go-to. So if it starts lagging a bit more than it should be, then refresh the stream. That's usually the go-to, and that should hopefully help. And yeah. Yeah, so if you haven't checked that video out, definitely go check it out. It's my most recent video on my channel, and it would be greatly appreciated. Promixia, hopefully that's the right pronunciation, might I say, with the $5 super chat. How do you feel about Richard Dragon? I think if they keep up with his attitude from the last episode, he could easily be the best villain in the show. Look, I've been looking forward to Richard Dragon. As soon as people were like sort of shooting down the episode, this season of Arrow, I was like, look, wait until Richard Dragon pokes his head out and decide then if you don't like this season. You know what I mean? Like, because he is the villain for the season. I knew he was. Just depending on when it happened, I thought there's no way they're going to cast Richard Dragon in this season. He's not going to be the big bad and have some original character of Caden James be the big bad. Like, no one cares about Caden James. While Richard Dragon is pretty damn interesting. I like him. As I said, we haven't seen too much of him, but we know there's episodes coming up which are very Richard Dragon centric. There is actually just an episode called The Dragon, which is going to be all about him. So look forward to that. And as I said, even with the Flash and all the seasons, even Legends could end terribly and it could completely tarnish its season. So I always say, like, wait till the seasons are over before you judge the season because, you know, I think Flash season 3 was going good for the most part, and then like the last 7 episodes were a bit crap, especially the ending. And then like Arrow season 5, like the first like 15 episodes, but they were decent. Like, it was an improvement in season 4, but it wasn't amazing. And then those last like 7 or 8 episodes just pushed it to another level. So always wait till the end of the season before you completely judge everything. But I am looking forward to more Richard Dragon. I am loving the character. He's one of my favorite villains that Green Arrow takes on in the comics. Super Base 1 with the $5 super chat. Pagey equals GOAT. Thank you very much. How is Reverse Flash from season 1 still alive? Been bugging me since the crossover. Look, Super Base, if I went into that, I think I would give possibly everyone in this live stream a migraine, or at least 92% of people in this live stream a migraine. Sorry. Okay. No, Cal's in the, you can see the crate. So the crate's there. Cal's getting like crate trained. He's crate trained for the most part, but he's chewing on a pork bone. I thought he was like choking, but he's just like really getting into that pork little treat thing. It's like this big bone this size, and he loves chewing on it. Anyway, distraction. Yeah, Reverse Flash from season 1. How's he still alive? Look, honestly, it's just the time stream really. Like he's in multiple points at different times, so he can't really die. If that makes sense, like he's spread throughout time. It's really confusing. The show didn't do the best way of explaining it. I'm hoping that Like, I think we all want to see like a Reverse Flash origin story, and like if not like he's the villain again for another season. We get like an origin story, like we've seen in the comics a couple of times. I think Flash Rebirth did one recently, which I thought was really good. I didn't go like in depth, but it like involved his origin story, and it was just a really personal stuff between him and Barry, or the Flash. But hopefully they do something like that, and it might properly explain to even me, because it is still a bit confusing about like the whole Reverse Flash thing. Dan McRiggs. I always think your name says Dan McRibs, because when I was in America, like I'd never had a McRib before, and like I had like McRibs, not all the time, but a couple of times when I was in America. So always when I see your name, I just think of McRibs. Anyway, Dan McRiggs, with a £2 super chat. Do you like the idea of Barry creating himself, like as him being like the lightning bolt? Is that what you're referencing? If so, I think that'd be a good way to end a series. It wouldn't be my go-to option, just because, you know, you don't have to make everything full circle. But if that's the way that the series ended, I'd be like, you know what, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with like it going full circle like that. And I'm assuming you mean like him, or assuming. People always get annoyed when I say assuming. Assuming that he becomes the lightning bolt that hits himself back in the pilot episode. But yeah, I don't mind the idea. If it happened, I'd be like okay with it. But it wouldn't be my go-to option, if that makes sense. Hail the Free Voice with the $10 super chat. What's with all the hiatuses, and when does Reverse Flash return? Do you think he'll be the next season's villain? Sorry for that. The hiatuses are essentially like, there's March Madness on, like the college basketball thing at the moment, which is to like that, like it's smarter for the CW and Warner Brothers to not put the shows on at that time, because they are still on. Like March Madness was on before the shows even went on hiatus. It's just that the shows were getting pushed back in certain areas. So like a lot on the East Coast of America, the shows weren't appearing on certain areas, in a lot of areas, until like midnight, if not 1 a.m, because the basketball was pushing the shows back. So it just causes inconsistent ratings. So it's just smarter for them to do that. But they usually take a hiatus anyway around this time. It might be going for a bit longer this time around. Like I think it's usually only 3 weeks, while Flash has gone for about 4. And then Arrow took like a random break and stuff in certain areas. But the reason that they have hiatuses all the time is so the off season, so when the season ends, and between the time that the season ends and the next season starts, it's shorter. So it's only about like what is it? October it starts, like beginning of October. So what's that? So it's about like a 4-month break, roughly 3.5, 4-month break. So if there wasn't hiatuses, it'd be like a 7-8 month break. You know, it'd be ridiculous. Or maybe not 7, maybe like a 7-month break. You know, 6-7 month break would be a big break. So I would prefer like these little hiatuses. It just gives us a break, and you know, there's still stuff to talk about. Like it helps me as a YouTuber, so the breaks aren't like, as I was saying, 6 months. Like I'd hate to be like a Game of Thrones YouTuber or something like that, where you're specifically Game of Thrones and you're waiting like another year and a bit for this new season to come out. Like what the hell are you going to talk about? You know what I mean? So I don't mind it, but that's the whole reason. It's just so the off season isn't too big, and then like they can promote stuff at Comic-Con and stuff. It just fits better for, and it's not like the Flash isn't the only show that does it. Like a lot of shows like this do it. Like Gotham takes even bigger breaks than the Flash and stuff like that. So that's why they do it. In regards to Reverse Flash, I do think he'll be a villain again if the Flash keeps going on. Like he'll be like it'll be like a different version of the Reverse Flash, and hopefully that'll be like it would be like an origin story of Reverse Flash at the same time in that season. Chris Westgate with the $2 super chat. How do you feel about the 100 coming back on? I haven't watched the 100 since season 3, but my friends, like 2 of my friends watch it. Or actually, one of them watches it now. I think the other one might have dropped it, or maybe he's just waiting for it to come on Netflix. Anyway, and they were saying that yeah, it's like he's enjoyed the whole thing, but he said like it gets much better in season 4 than it was in season 3. Season 3, I just didn't like the premise of what they were going for. But I've heard season 4, and I think, is it season 5 that was already out? So maybe it's up to season 6. Oh no, is it season 5? Whatever it is. That is good. So I might watch it in the off season. I'm leaving a lot of shows until the off season to catch up on. So like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., I'm gonna leave till the off season. Probably The Gifted, I'm leaving till the off season just because there's no shows on, so I'll have a lot of time to catch up on shows. So I'm just gonna leave a lot of that till then. So the 100, sorry, will probably be one of them. But yeah, I saw a lot of people were excited about it, so it must be good. Bars once again, might I say, with the £550 Euro super chat, might I say. I need to go back to work. Don't forget to come to my bar in the Netherlands, Pagey. It's called Bar and Bistro Speak. Keep up the good work. Thank you very, very much for that, Bars. Netherlands is one of the places I've always wanted to go. I'd love to go to Europe. I'm like a big ancient history sort of enthusiast. I did ancient history in school and I really liked it. So I'd love to go to like just Europe in general, like, you know, Rome and stuff like that, Greece, Pompeii. I'd love to go to that. All those different areas. And then go to the more modern stuff like Netherlands and stuff. Everything that has some like, you know, some historical elements there. They're more like modern, if you want to call it, in regards to the landmarks. But yeah, I'd love to go to Europe one time, especially the Netherlands. But thank you very much for that, Bas. Hopefully you enjoy the rest of your day at work. Promixia once again with a $5 super chat. Do you think Barry will create Gideon this season or next season using DeVoe's brainwaves perhaps? With Gideon, like, I just go into the show now just not expecting them to even bring Gideon up anymore. Honestly, I just don't expect them to bring Gideon up anymore, just because it's just sort of been left in the background since season 2, really. So I just don't really expect her to even just show up anymore. I think it's just more of a Legends thing that Gideon is associated with. But if they were going to do something with Gideon, they could use something with DeVoe. They could use something from DeVoe to implement into Gideon if they wanted to. But personally, just going into the seasons and stuff like that, I just don't really expect them to tap into Gideon anymore. That's just me personally, though. But I could be surprised, and they could just go, hey, here you go, here's some Gideon origin story or something. But yeah, they could actually do it. Like, if you think about it, the episodes, the seasons are like 23 episodes long. They need content, so maybe in a season, like next one, they might have like 3 or 4 episodes. Blanks, like throughout the season, there's blanks, so they might, you know, spread some Gideon stuff throughout the season for next one. But I wouldn't expect anything this season, to be completely honest, in regards to Gideon. Dan McRigg, sorry, with a £2 super chat. Daniel B asked, rank the season so far. Shout out. Shout out to you, Dan, or shout out to Daniel B? If I'll just shout out both of you out, I guess, with the question. But shout out to Daniel B and Dad McRiggs. The season so far, Flash. Probably from worst to best. 3, 4, 2, 1. Because I'm still enjoying this season more of the Flash. I think I just have a bad taste from season 3, and even making that video that I released yesterday just gave me bad memories of season 3. Even though I did propose how they could have made the season much better, but yeah, as I said, I do like to see how the seasons end before anything. But in regards to like other shows like Arrow would be like what 4, 3, 1, 5, 2, and I'm not. Oh, I didn't include 6. So what? Like 4, 3, 6, 1, 5, 2. That's how I would go. Arrow, but once again, season 6 isn't over, so I know how that's going to finish off. And then Legends is like what 1, 2, 3. Essentially, I think this season of Legends is going to be better than last season. So 1, 2, 3. That's basically the easiest Legends thing. And I think with Supergirl, it's basically 1, 2, 3 as well. I think 1, 2, 3. Supergirl season 1 was, I don't think I could be paid to rewatch Supergirl season 1. Even season 2, you'd have to pay me a lot, I think, to watch season 2 again. But season 3 is pretty good decent for Supergirl. So 1, 2, 3 for Supergirl as well. Sam with the $5 super chat. What makes you think they could potentially end Diggle in this season of Arrow? Don't take away the voice of reason on that show. I don't dig this. Well, something's happening, I think, with Diggle. He's not going to die because he's still filming on set. I will actually have a video coming out, not tomorrow. Wait, tomorrow? No. The day before Arrow. I have a video coming out the day before Arrow, which is another Arrow video, which is around that Diggle thing. So I don't really want to spoil too much of what's in that video because there's some stuff that only I know, I think. But don't expect Diggle to die. Like, some of the synopsises do like suggest that we could see Diggle dying. So I'm just opening up Streamlabs because I didn't have it open. But yeah, he won't be dying this season. Just don't expect that to happen. But I think something might happen to him though that could push his character forward. Naruto 0076 with the $5 super chat. Do you watch Santa Clarita Diet? It's like iZombie but without the murder solving. Yeah, I did. I finished. I actually tweeted about it last night because I binge watched the whole thing. It's not it's like 20-minute episodes and it's like 10 episodes, so it didn't take me that long to watch. But like yesterday afternoon and then like leading into last night, I like binge watched the whole second season. It's such a good show. If no one watches it, it's a very easy show to watch. It's basically like, this isn't spoiling it, but like essentially Drew Barrymore's in it. I'm guessing most of you will know who Drew Barrymore is. She basically just gets sick, and she quickly dies and then becomes a zombie. But it's a bit different than some other zombie stuff. But then it's just the whole thing around that, like living a normal life as a zombie and just trying to cover up certain things and how to survive as a zombie. It's really good, and it's a comedy show. I think it's really funny. It's one of the funniest shows that you'll be watching. I'm just trying to think if anyone else who's in it that you might know. I'm losing stuff. I can't even think off the top of my head. If anyone watches Conan O'Brien, you know the guy that's next to him, Andy Richter, like he's like co-host, you want to call it, on the Conan O'Brien show. He's in Santa Clarita Dive. It's on Netflix, so if you have Netflix, watch it. But iZombie I think is better, but they're still really good. They're both really good. I prefer iZombie though. Chris Westgate with the $2 super chat. Agents is a must watch, but I would skip The Gifted. Really? Yeah, I didn't really look too much into what people were thinking of The Gifted. I just, it's X-Men, so I thought I'd give it a go. But I don't know if I don't know, let me know in the chat or anything. Is The Gifted worth, like, getting into, or do you think it's going to get cancelled or something? Just let me know. But Agents I'm definitely going to watch. I watched, like, the first 3 episodes, like that first longer first episode, which is like episodes 1 and 2 back to back, and then I watched episode 3 as well, and I'm liking it, but I'm like, I'm just going to leave it till the off season. There's too much going on. So The Gifted's bad. Well, then The Gifted is really good. I'm confused. I love The Gifted. I don't know. Gifted is really good. The Gifted got renewed. So, I don't know. I'll watch it. I'll make up my own decision, Because the shows that I like watching, that people, and like movies I like watching, that some people might think is bad. But then I like watching it. Like someone had to go on me, like I bought Justice League. Like I know you might not like Justice League, but people are like, someone's like, why'd you waste your money on that? I was like, well, it's my money. I can spend my money the way I want to spend it. But also, like, I still like Justice League. Like, I'm not saying it was a great movie. I can still like something. You know what I mean? Like, I like Adam Sandler movies. Like, not the recent ones, but I like Big Daddy and Little Nicky and Happy Gilmore and stuff. But they weren't, like, positively reviewed or received by critics and stuff like that. They're not seen as, like, amazing movies, but I still like watching them. Anyway, yeah, so I'll just make up my own mind, I guess, on Gifted. I'll give it a watch. Where am I? Michael Mian with a $2 super chat. Thank you very much for that. Michael, do you think Godspeed will be next season's big bad? He could be in next season. The issue with him being the big bad is his story isn't the strongest. And I think that's the issue with the character. If they were going to make him the big bad, so the thing that Barry's taking on at the end of the season, he'd have to be introduced very late, or the reveal would have to be very late for Godspeed. So we wouldn't get a reveal, say, in like episode... And by a reveal, I mean like we see Godspeed there in his suit. I'm not talking about like we see who's under the suit. I mean like we actually first see Godspeed. That's like the reveal I'm talking about. That'd have to be left till the second part of the season, like the back half of the season. Like I'd say episode 11 or 12, just because the story after that is pretty weak. Like we could get evidence of Godspeed doing stuff throughout the season, but us actually like seeing him in like whatever suit he would have to be in the back half. Not like what we see in other seasons where we get like the reveal of the character in like episode 6 or 7. Generally, apart from this season where we got DeVoe in episode 1. But if I was going to do it, I'd make him like the first half of the season's like villain or antagonist that Barry's taking on, and then like there's a bigger bad after that. That's what I would do. Maybe at the end, Godspeed teams up with Barry, because that's what's happening in the comics without spoiling too much about what's going on. MK19:20 with the 50 Norwegian krone. I am logging into Streamlabs because I think I did get a Streamlabs thing, but this takes ages to get into for some reason. I'll get to your super chat in a second. Just give me 2 seconds here. Okay, there we go. Okay. Do you think the reason why Arrowverse has not got a new season yet is because of Supergirl and that they want to see how it goes? No, I think it might just be CW because they got pilots coming in, so they're probably figuring out where they want to place those pilots before they renew all these shows. And they might not want to pick up a certain show. So maybe they're waiting until the pilots end filming, because they are filming pilot season now. So I'd say maybe the next couple of weeks that could happen. That's my thoughts, at least, as to why maybe it's getting what do you call it, like not picked up as soon as we previously saw last season. But I think the only show that's sort of in danger, I think, is Arrow. And even Arrow, I think, is getting enough views to keep itself on air. I think it's doing well enough. And that's really like Legends is getting really, really consistent views, ratings, might I say. And then like Flash and Supergirl are like upper echelon in regards to the CW as a whole. So I think they're all good. Like Black Lightning will get renewed. So yeah, the thing, the only real show that people are sort of worried about is Arrow. But I think Arrow should be sweet. I don't think it really matters about Supergirl. Because the thing is, Supergirl won't finish airing until like a month before Comic-Con. Like they'll be getting ready to film the next season of Supergirl when Supergirl's ending. It's really weird. It's actually, yeah, it's really strange, to be completely honest with all of that. Where am I? There we go. Doma Drum. I'll get to some chats some comments in the stream chat. It's just been like a lot of super chats, so I'm sorry about that. Doma Drum with the $2 super chat. Thank you very much for that, Doma. Or Double D's, I think I was calling you the other, like 2 weeks ago maybe. Who do you think the mystery girl is? Question mark, and why? I guess like the safe one to go with, it's Dawn Allen. I know before anyone writes, hey, the producer said blah, blah, blah. No one's guessed it. Like they said that last season that no one had guessed Savitar when everyone had guessed who Savitar was. I actually will have a video about some out there options as to who she could be coming out this weekend. So look forward to that. But like they're out there options. But in regards to who do I think the mystery girl is, I think the safe one to go is it's someone to do with Barry and Iris, just because, or Barry and the West family, because the only people that she hasn't interacted with, is the West family. But like the way that she interacted with Barry, almost seemed that like she knew who Barry was. So the fact that she hasn't interacted with any of the West family yet does make me think that she could be a part of the West family in some way, shape, or form. So I think that'd be the safe best bet to go for, whether it's Dawn Allen, whether it's Jenny Olgnatz, or whether it's Joe and Cecile's daughter, something like that. I think those are the safe options to go for, as well as like what her ethnicity looks like it could be. Jessica Parker Kennedy, who plays the mystery girl, is mixed race. She's half black, half like European, or half African, half European. So obviously that she's been casted to play like a mixed race role. So that's why she could possibly be Barry and Iris's offspring or a descendant. I'll actually answer one question from the stream chat before I jump into Michael's next super chat, because this is a movie I've been looking forward to for a while, because I've got the book up there. Actually, I'll go get it. Give me 2 seconds. Okay, you probably heard some squeaking because I jumped on my bed then because I had to get something from my wardrobe. Anyway, we're back. So, Elemental asked, am I watching Ready Player One? So, Ready Player One is a book I really enjoyed. I think the movie will be a bit different than the book. Not like heaps, but in regards to like some references maybe. But I'm really looking forward to the movie. If you haven't read the book, I'd recommend reading the book before you actually, if you really are interested in what's going on, I definitely recommend reading the book before you actually go see the movie. But the movie comes out this week in like 2 days from where I am. It comes out in 2 days in Australia. So I'm looking forward to it. Apparently it's really good. Steven Spielberg. I love Steven Spielberg. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that movie, and hopefully it lives up to the book, which I think it will. Because Steven Spielberg took Jurassic Park, which is a book I really enjoyed. Obviously, I watched Jurassic Park before I read the book. I really like the book, but like Steven Spielberg takes the movie and just makes it 20 times better. You know what I'm saying? So I'm expecting the same to happen with what do you call it? What about Ready Player One? Ready Player. I just had a mind fart. Anyway, Michael, when and how do you think we'll meet Bart Allen? Look, it had to be time travel, obviously, and I'm expecting it to be in a season where maybe the villain's from the future, which is what they could do next season. If they do like maybe a gender flip Daniel West reverse Flash, maybe that mystery girl is that evil speedster, and maybe Bart Allen comes back to warn them about it. But I think the issue is just like overcrowding the show again, because that's one complaint that people have, that the show is maybe a bit overcrowded. So if you bring someone else in, Aren't you just overcrowding it even more? Unless they replace, like, if Ralph leaves or something like that, and then that's how Bart comes in. Or if Wally stays off the show and stays on Legends, then they can bring Bart in. And even if Ralph goes in as well. So, that's how I think that would bring Bart Allen in, just like a threat from the future, and that's why he's coming in. But yeah. I never knew Jurassic Park was a book. Yeah, it's a book. It's actually, Jurassic Park and The Lost World, like the sequel, are both books. Like, they were both books before they were made into movies. The book is actually, it's got like scientific stuff, so it actually gives you like visual representations of some stuff they're talking about, but it's still a novel. So yeah, The Lost World, or Lost World, and just the first Jurassic Park, where they're both like novels. I don't really like the Lost World novel too much. I think even though the movie isn't as good, I think like the movie is still a representation of the book, as in it wasn't as good as the first one, if that makes sense. But yeah, I think if you see in the movies, you get the general gist, but the book does have more. It has like much more stuff with various characters. Doma once again with the $2 super chat. She'll meet the team at Joe's house and use that line, "Well, this house is bitchin'." Maybe, or they could use that for maybe Bart. I don't know. I think we'll get like "this house is bitchin'" once more this season, and it could be just random. Like, it could be from a random character. I'm looking forward to when it finally comes back though. That'd be pretty cool. Span Dam with the 20. That currency, I have no idea what that is. I'm really confused as to what that currency is. If anyone wants to let me know what, I have no idea. Yeah, I'm not too sure what that currency is, but thank you very much, Span Dam, for the super chat. Let's get some questions from the stream chat. Did I watch Krypton? Yes, I did. I didn't upload a review though, just because I said what I thought on what do you call it? Twitter. What am I doing? I'm having like mind blank. Twitter. I thought the production design looks really good. Like, it looks really good. But I think the premise is really weak, because you know what's happening. You know, you just know what's going to happen. You know, like, the Krypton's going to blow up. And they did a panel at WonderCon. Was it WonderCon this weekend? And they said that Segel, Segel, who's Kal-El's grandfather, Superman's grandfather, will be going to current day. He's going to be time traveling to 2018 in an episode or a couple of episodes. So the show's going off Krypton, and people were very not positive about it from what I've read. Like, there was people cheering, but then there was people like going, "Oh no, we don't want this." Like, sort of borderline booing, if not just booing straight up. I don't know if that was the case. If anyone really knows what went down, that'd be interesting. But yeah, so I'm gonna watch the rest of the show, but you know, I don't think it's a show I was never thinking I was gonna review, because I just looked at it and I was like, look, it could be good, but I just don't think it's a show that I'm gonna be invested enough to review. You know what I mean? So, like, if it gets renewed for a season 2 and I really enjoyed season 1, then I'll do season 2 reviews. But at this moment, I just don't really feel the need to review it. However, on my Patreon, I might do some stuff. If people vote on the Patreon stuff, like what videos they want, then I think the Krypton one is one of the ones that people want to see. So I might do a couple of what do you call it? Episodes into one review over there. Oh well, Sean Cal with the 26 with the $2 super chat watching Krypton. So I just answered your question, Sean Cal. I am watching it, just not reviewing it. But you know, I want to see more of the season. I didn't think it was the strongest pilot episode. That's probably my biggest thought. It could have been a bit better. But like, it still looks half decent. I just want to watch more of it. Is the Flash this week? No, the Flash is on in 2 weeks. So from 2 weeks from tomorrow, we'll have Flashback. I know it's a long break, but you know, we have to deal with it. Is Jurassic World a book? Yes, the first one and the second one are a book. Who is the best actor or actress, like, as a whole, male or female? Oh, who would it be? I'm trying to think off the top of my head who it could be. Tom Cavanagh, probably. I think it's Tom Cavanagh who plays Harrison Wells, or the versions of Wells. I think he's the best. Yeah, I think off the top of my head, he's the best one. Will you review the full season of Krypton when it comes out? If I enjoy it. If I enjoy it, I might. I'm definitely doing a full season review of Black Lightning. If anyone's still wondering why I'm not doing weekly things of Black Lightning, I just don't think it fits my review system, like a weekly video to break it down and stuff like that. There's not much to break down from it. All I'd be saying is I enjoyed this episode, like and subscribe, and that'd be going. You know, because there's not too much to dive into like there is with Flash and Arrow, like different things where things could like branch off. The only real mystery this season was really Gamby's, I guess, and some things around him. So, you know, I just didn't feel the need to do the weekly reviews for it. But I will be doing a full season 1 review of Black Lightning when it wraps up in like, what, 3 or 4 weeks, roughly? So, yeah. Oh, did someone say... did someone ask, is Jurassic World a book? Oh, sorry, I thought it said Jurassic Park. And I was like, oh, no, yeah, Jurassic World is not a book. Jurassic World is just like Jurassic Park 3 isn't a book. It's just a sequel. Oh, okay, I got confused there. Doma Drama with the $2 super chat, thank you very much. What did you think of Ragnarok, as in full Ragnarok? I liked it. I really liked it. I know some people, like, I think with Thor Ragnarok, you either really like it or borderline love it, or just love it, or you hate it. That's what I've seen. Like, no one just like goes, oh, it was average. You know, it's either like they just didn't like it at all, they just didn't like anything about it, or they like really like it, borderline love it. I got it the other, like when it came out, I went and bought it. Yeah, like it was filmed in Australia as well. Like it's, as you've been saying, as I've been saying, like if you've been watching some of my videos, Aquaman, however you want to pronounce it, was filmed like half an hour, that way, like that, well, like not into the mirror and then back out the window, but like in that direction. Aquaman was filmed about half an hour, 40 minutes that way, and Thor Ragnarok was filmed in the exact same place. So like Chris Hemsworth and like Mark Ruffalo and all of them, and like, you know, the woods, you know when Heimdall is like walking with those people in the woods into like that secret area where he's keeping all the Asgardians and stuff. I've been there. Like I was like that's crazy. Like that I've been there. Like it's a general like walking area where you can go. Oh, not that exact area, but like that surrounding, like, you know, you can sort of see where they filmed that episode. Oh, that scene, might I say. And with Aquaman, I'm expecting to see a lot of familiar things as well when I see that movie. Even in the trailer when they eventually release that. Grant Gustin is the best actor. He's good. I think I think Tom Cavanagh is better for like overall everything. I think maybe in dramatic stuff you could say Grant Gustin, yeah. But in regards to like an all-round actor, it's Tom Cavanagh. And that's why he's given this role where he's playing multiple people. You know what I mean? Do I like the X-Men, the movie X-Men? That's just like the first one. Yeah, it was like one of the first superhero movies I think I really watched, apart from like the Batman and Superman movies, like the 1989 Batman, like the, is it 78 Superman? Aussie hashtag 420 gaming with a $2 super chat. Love your videos, long time sub. Thanks, Heath. Thank you very much for that. It's greatly appreciated. Thank you for the support. And long time subscriber. Very much appreciated. It's actually sort of crazy how long I've been doing YouTube. Like, I'm gonna do a stream because the thing is, when I started my YouTube, it was actually around my birthday. So I'm gonna be doing a special, like, we'll talk about like an hour and a half, 2 hour stream, like a special one on like the anniversary of like one of the first videos I uploaded to my channel, which will almost like coincide with my birthday. So it'll be like 3 or 4 days before my birthday. So it'll be like, you know, like a double header. My actual birthday and my channel's birthday. I think it's going to be like a 3-year birthday, I think. 3 years. 3 years? I want to say 3 years. So that'll be in like, what, like 3 or 4 weeks roughly. So be sure you're around then for that one. Doma Drama once again with $2 super chat. Barry always needs help or hope to save the day. Yeah, there's always like that motivation aspect which they need, unfortunately. But I think it's just to involve everyone, to be completely honest. Like, they sort of need that. You get it with a lot of these shows, even with Supergirl and stuff, with her and Alex Danvers and all of that, or her and Hank, one of the two. You started doing vids in season 1, so it's like 3 years. Yeah, it was right at the end of season 1 I started doing Flash videos. But it was just before, no, yeah, it was about like maybe a month before season 1 ended. So it was around that time. I can easily go back and have a look at the dates I uploaded and stuff like that, and then we can figure out. But yeah, it's 3 years. 4 years. I'm getting a headache. Is it 3 or 4? I'm actually gonna have to look this up. I'm sorry. I know this is a bit come on. Hopefully this doesn't lag me. I don't know why that took so long to load. Wait, really? I can't look at that thing? That's stupid. That's actually really stupid. Sorry about this. This is actually really boring to watch, I guess. Me just like randomly go to my channel and try and look this up. Videos. Sort by oldest. And what's the oldest one that's actually available? It's a Daredevil video from 2 years ago, and I uploaded it on the April 17th. But was my first Flash video. My first Flash video was on April 23rd. When was my first Arrow video? It's the one before that. April 19th. So we might go like an April 21 date for that birthday stream. I think that's probably the best one to go for. Like, just aggregate them all together. That's probably the best one to go for. Is Black Flash really dead? Black Flash actually can never die. He's like immortal. He's like, you can't kill him. That's like another issue with the end of season 3 of the Flash. Like Killer Frost just icing him. It made no sense. He just had really no reason to pop out, I guess. You know. Thoughts on Thunder's suit in live action? It looks a bit loose, like around, like, you know, like the actual belt and stuff, like almost like looks like tinsel and stuff, which I don't really think. I know it's meant to look like, I guess, thunder, or lightning. Might I say it's meant to look like lightning, but it just looks a bit loose. But the actual suit, I think, looks decent. Your channel says the start date. Yeah, that's when I created it, but that's not when I was like actually uploading stuff. Because I created the channel, and then like rebranded it. Like it wasn't even like an actual channel, I think. I rebranded it. But yeah, I don't count that as like a birthday. Or like an actual date. Where is Cal? Cal is in the crate there. I'll get him out in like 10 minutes and he can be out for like the last 5 to 10 minutes of the stream. Because I'll take him downstairs straight after we end the stream anyway. But yeah. Is Black Lightning confirmed in the Arrowverse? No, they do drop like Vixen references and stuff, but it's sort of weird with Black Lightning because they have said like DC Comics is in the show, like they had an Outsiders comic. So it's sort of weird. It's like when Jennifer was referring to Vixen, was she and then her mother was referring to Supergirl. Were they referring to like real life superheroes, or were they referring to people in the comics? Because they have like confirmed that DC Comics exists in this Black Lightning universe. So it's sort of confusing, to be completely honest. Is Cal 1 year old? No, Cal's like, he's like almost 4. He'll be 4 months old next week because he's getting his 4-month vaccination next week, which means he can actually go for walks now. Because you have to get the 4-month vaccination before you really take him for walks, just for like safety reasons, like health reasons. Get Pagey to 200k. Yeah, I don't know when. I'm looking for, like, I think we will eventually hit 200k. It just matters when, I guess. I think like my goal really for the end of the season is to be at like 180k. If I hit that, I'd be happy. Like that's what actually I'm not expecting, but that's my goal. And I'm hoping that we do reach that. But I'm not expecting 200k for a bit, just because like there's only so much of a market for like my channel and stuff like that. But yeah. So I'd like to I'd like to reach 180,000 before the season ends. Do you think Oliver should be more overpowered than he is? I think he's as he should be. I don't think he should be any more powerful than he is. Would you consider doing Marvel shows? Well, I did Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. back when I started my channel. It's just that, like, at that point, I don't think Agents was getting the best response. I think that was the season, like, when that season was wrapping up, there was threats that it could be cancelled because I don't think the response to it was that good. Or just, like, the ratings weren't coming in. And it really reflected on views. And I was like, and that came out on the same day as The Flash, I think it was, back then. So I was like, well, I got to choose. Am I doing Flash or Agents? Because I was like back then I wasn't doing YouTube as a job. You know what I mean? So I was doing it like just as a hobby on the side, and I had to really choose which one I'm going to do because I was really rushing both videos to get them out. Because then Arrow was the next day, I think it was. So I just chose Flash, and well, I think it was the better choice. But I might go back to Agents and stuff. Agents. Did I say Asians or Agents? Agents, I meant to say. Blah, blah, blah. Sam with the $5 super chat once again. Thank you very much, Sam. Dang, that War Stew guy. Not entirely assuming things here, but a little too coincidental. Oh wells. And is it just me, or was WonderCon disappointing? I think WonderCon was disappointing just because there was no Aquaman trailer. But the thing is, like, they never confirmed that was going to happen. There was just rumors that went around. I think the issue is that Warner Brothers didn't shoot it down before WonderCon happened. Which is why I think people are getting more suspicious that something's up with the movie. They should have said, like, no, there's no trailer at WonderCon. Like, don't expect it. They should have come out and said that before. Because it's not like it, like, blew up after WonderCon had gone and there was no Aquaman trailer. Like, it was never going to happen, apparently. So why not announce that, like, when the rumor first started? That's what confuses me there. Yeah, if people didn't know, this guy called Warstu, you can look him up if you want on YouTube. I wouldn't suggest it because you might die of boredom after watching a video of his. He basically, that video yesterday, that does the Flash Season 4 suck, how to fix the Flash. I posted that title on Twitter because I was saying, like, oh, this video is coming out tomorrow, because a lot of people were looking forward to it because I had mentioned it on Twitter and stuff. And he's obviously seen that photo of mine and then made his own video based off my title and stuff like that, and rushed out the video. You can tell he's rushed the video out. It's terribly done. And now he's, like, denying it. And I'm like, you may as well just admit it. It's like one of those things, you know, when you're completely wrong, you've been found out, there's ridiculous evidence against you. Just admit that you did it. You know what I mean? Like, it's there that you've obviously copied it. And, like, his title is the exact same, except he's chucked in "We Are the Flash" in the middle, which makes no sense for the video. It makes no sense why he would put "We Are the Flash" in there. It's obviously to break it up and make it look like he hasn't copied my title. Anyway, he's an idiot, so let's move on. But thank you very much for that. Thank you very much for that, Sam. Zarp with the $1 super chat. Thank you very much for that, Zarp. Doma Drama, $2 super chat, might I say. Favorite Arrowverse character and why? I do say, usually when it's Legends, I say Mick. And I do like Cisco. I do have that soft spot for Cisco, but I do like Wally as well when he's done well. But I'm gonna say I'll go Cisco. Gotta go with my brother Cisco. Anyway, Naruto 0076 with $2 super chat. It sounded like Vixen is an actual superhero. Yeah, it was hard to get like what they were going for. I think we'll get more hints in episodes to come, especially tomorrow, because, like, it's without spoiling too much, like, they did reveal on Black Lightning some powered people might be, you know, that powered people exist. Well, they didn't hint, they basically flat out said and showed evidence. Anyway, so we might see more actual, like, superheroes from the comics and stuff, like, not the actual names, but maybe they're, like, old, like, the actual real names, like Clark Kent and stuff like that. Yeah. Zarp once again with $1 super chat. Thank you very much for that, Zarp, for supporting the channel. When's the next 4-channel crossover? It's on Boba Talks channel, but the DC TV show, or Ben, is going away for like 2 weeks, so we've had to reschedule it. So I think it's going to come out on the 12th or the 13th, that weekend. So whatever, like, the closest Saturday is to I think it's the 13th. I think that's the weekend. That's the Saturday, might I say. It's on that day. So it's, like, still, like, what, 2 weeks ago, 2 weeks away, roughly. Do I watch Orange is the New Black from Doma Drama? I do. I do think it's a good show. I don't know when the next season's coming out. That's my only issue with Netflix shows, is that, like, the shows just pop up. I didn't even know Santa Clarita Diet, the second season, was coming out, and I just turned on Netflix and it was, like, there. And I was like, oh, there was, like, no advertisement of this at all. Netflix wasn't promoting it on Twitter, I don't think, until the show actually came out, I think. But yeah. Just let me fix up my mic because I've changed my sitting position. Is it the 14th? Is that the Saturday? Okay, it's going to be on the 14th of April by the looks of it. That's what we're aiming for, at least. Do you have any rare Funko Pops? Yeah, just let me put this on just because I'm gonna make. I'll just put this on, so I'll come back. So give me 2 seconds, and I'll grab my rare Funko Pop. Oh, okay, I'm back. Okay. So these are probably my rarest Funko Pops. Like, and by rarest, I mean they have the most value to them because you can't buy them anymore, like in shops and stuff. Like a lot of old Funko Pops you can actually buy in shops and stuff. So this is the first one. I don't know if anyone's. Oh, Jesus Christ! I don't know if you can. Is that gonna like? I'll keep it there. Whatever. Okay, so that if anyone watches like American Horror Story, you'd know who this character is. It's like Twisty the Clown. I don't know if anyone watches American Horror Story. But if he wants to focus. Anyway, it's like a clown. I don't know if you can see it. Like, it's got dirt on its face, but it's meant to look like that. Like, he's meant to be like a really dirty character. So that's just not me not cleaning the character. It's meant to be like that. And the other one is from American Horror Story as well. And that's this, like, you got like the smallest woman in the world, and then like the main character, I guess. I don't know what they're worth. My stream is lagging apparently. I can see it. I don't know what they're worth. I just know they're expensive. So I'm gonna put them on my bed, lie them down, just so they don't. Anyway, they're probably my most expensive ones. Am I wearing pants? I'm not wearing pants. I am wearing shorts because I have to be an idiot to wear pants at this temperature. It is way too hot. Even though it's meant to be thunderstorming today. And I can look out and it's definitely going to thunderstorm. Anyway. So we go down here. Okay, sweet. Actually, if anyone, just let me know in the chat. Do you want me to get Cal out? Because we'll end the stream in about 5 to 10 minutes. So I'll get Cal out if everyone wants to have a look at Cal. So let me know in the chat if you want to have a look at Cal. And I'll put these Funko Pops back. And then go get Cal. So there's a couple of cows, yes. Yes, there's a couple of yeses. Okay, give me 2 seconds and I'll go get Cal. Okay. Give me 10 seconds. Come on. Big boy. Okay, we're back. There we go. Hello. You right there? You right there? Oh. You gonna say hello? You gonna say hello? Instead of licking my neck? Hello? Okay. So this is Cal, if anyone hasn't met him before. This is my dog he's licking. So he is, what, almost 4 months old? So you can probably hear him breathing. He's... Oh. You idiot. You idiot. You funny. Okay. Oh, there we go. You always have a sit back there for the next couple of minutes. Don't bite that cord, Cal. There you go. Okay, good boy. Yeah, he's getting very heavy to pick up. He's a bit lazy sometimes. Cal is malice. Callus. Hey, there we go. Cal is almost 4 months old. So, yeah, Cal doesn't know the way. I don't know, he might. Hey? Good boy? Good boy. Anyway, I'll just let him sit there for the rest of the stream. So yeah, Cal is a Labrador. That's his breed. But yeah, so and the no, he's not hiding. He's like, there's like, I got my pillows, so if I move, oh, there you can just see his head. He's like lying on the pillows. So yeah. So he just likes it whenever he's on the bed. That's where he goes. That's his go-to. When did I get Cal? I got him at the end of January, just before like the start of February. So yeah, so I've had him for what, like almost 2 months. Yeah. Does Cal attack my... No, because he's not really ever that much in my room by himself, as he is. So, like, he's usually downstairs. So he really only comes up here to sleep, and even in the next couple of, like, in the next couple of days, I'm moving his crate downstairs, because he needs to get used to not sleeping with me. He's getting mature now, so I think he'll be better off downstairs. Sam with $2 super chat, four channel stream info. Well, as I said, like, it looks like it's going to be on the 14th of April. I think someone said that's what the Saturday was. So it's going to be on the 14th of April on Boba Talks channel. And yeah, I don't really know what topics are going to be on hand. I guess it just matters what shows are there. Like, by then there could be an Aquaman trailer. Who knows? Like, so we could talk about that. There's going to be, yeah, and like by then the Flash would have been like, it's the weekend, it's the Saturday after the Flash comes back. So whenever the Flash comes back, that Saturday coming up after that, that's when we're doing the 4-channel crossover. Justice for Vince, as in Vincent Sabel, as in Vigilante. Oh, I don't think anyone really wants that. Is Black Lightning an Arrowverse? I don't know. That's a confusing thing. Hopefully by the end of the season they just like clarify like if it's happening or not. Thoughts on Kristen Wiig's Cheetah. At first I was like, oh, that's a weird choice, but like it could work. It could work. So you just have to see how it plays out, I guess. Like, you know, you can't really... If she'd done something similar to that in the past and it didn't work, then you could go, okay, and then why cast her? It's a terrible casting choice. But the thing is like, she hasn't done anything like that before, so you really just have to judge on what we see, because you really can't judge on anything from the past. Because, you know, she's got the comedy background. She has done some drama stuff in the past. Like, I've seen a couple of her more dramatic roles. But nothing really in like this realm. So you just really have to judge it off the Cheetah movie, not really judge anything before. And judge it off anything before, might I say. Oh, Nanites courtesy of Ray Palmer. What a meme that was. Anyway, so I'll probably wrap up the stream now, guys, in like the next minute or so. We'll just wrap it up quickly. Is Wally ever coming back? Also, who should and shouldn't return the Flash? I'd expect Wally to come back to the Flash. That's my... if I was going to say if he's going to stay on there or not, I would say he's going to leave Legends and come back to Flash. That's my prediction. But yeah. So I answer like 1 or 2 more questions. Who's Hiatus? Hiatus is like a break. I think that's what you're trying to ask. What comics do you recommend for a newcomer to comics? For DC comics, just read DC Rebirth. So pick a character you might like, whether it's Flash, Green Arrow, Batman or something, and just read DC Rebirth from issue, like the volumes. I'd get the volumes, they're easy to follow. Yeah, so basically if you go to a comic book store, just ask, can I have like volumes 1 and 2 of Batman Rebirth or something like that, and they'll give them to you, and just read that and follow on from there. In regards to Marvel, don't start Marvel comics until they start their Marvel Fresh, I think it's called, in like, I think end of May that starts. Start there. That's why I'm going back to Marvel. I stopped reading Marvel like 3 years ago because I was getting a migraine just trying to keep up with them because they're so confusing. Because they have all their like original numbering. Like Thor is up to like 705. It's ridiculous. So thank God they're doing Marvel Fresh, just to like restart everything. So it's easy to follow. If you want to read Marvel, wait till Marvel Fresh comes out, and start reading that. But yeah, with DC, just DC Rebirth, and there's a lot of stuff coming out now because the DC Rebirth's been out for like what 2 years now, or almost 2 years. Sam with another $2 super chat to end her off. Am I doing an after party with Erickson? I have literally no idea, because I don't even know if he's doing one or not. So yeah, I have literally no idea if that's happening or not. The Sydney Easter Show comic show bag is the same as last year, don't buy. Yeah, I don't really... Well, obviously I don't live in Sydney anymore. I live in Brisbane. But yeah, like whenever I go to like Easter shows and stuff, like the real only show bag I get is like the chocolate ones and stuff like that, and like the lolly ones. I don't really get anything that's like, you know, like anything like materialistic, if that makes sense. Unless it's the Wonka bag and you get the big Wonka hat, then you get the Wonka bag. But that's about it. Do I watch my old videos? Gary, not really, because I don't like to die of cringe. Anyway, I'm going to end the stream up, guys. Thank you, Lewis. You're amazing. Thank you very much. But yeah, thank you everyone for watching. Thank you everyone at Super Chat and support the channel. Thank you to everyone that just watched and joined in the stream chat and all that good stuff. Very much appreciate it. I'll probably stream in 3 days' time, around this time, I guess, before Arrow's on. So look out for that one. And yeah, so if you want to check out my Patreon, be much appreciated. Just have a look, just see if you even want to just look through the different rewards. And you know, it's if you want to help the channel out in that way, it'd be greatly appreciated. You get extra content as well by doing that. So the Patreon link is in the description down below of this stream. And yeah, so I'll catch you later, guys. Thanks to everyone that tuned in, and I'll be looking forward to you tuning into my Legends video later on today. So catch you later, guys, and goodbye.